friends and family, people's boyfriends, people's girlfriend, exes, and co. Welcome to another interactive session on the Celeb Speaks podcast. I am Celebrity, and we are at Jay's Beauty Bar. They are located inside Spintex. If you want to look so good, just call Jay's Beauty Bar on 050-8200-333. 050-8200-333. They do makeup, pedicure, manicure, lashes, brows, chalet. Ladies, take your men there for the pedicure and the manicure. We need to look good too. So, if you want to look good, go to Jay's Beauty Bar inside Spintex. Today on the show, I have some great men. Today we are intense because these guys, I know they are very controversial. I know them. My personal experience. They are laughing. I know them. So I have Kojo on the show and I have Jonathan. Jonathan, Kojo, welcome to Celeb Speaks.
Thank you very much.
It looks like you're calm. Be like, you guys are
calm. You have to.
You're warming up. Okay, so today we are going to be discussing two very controversial topics.
Okay.
Topics that have been trending for like weeks now, but I want us to, discuss it. So the very first, let's listen to this audio together and then let me know what you all think about it. So, are we ready?
One of the women.
Okay, let's go.
I am one of the women of God who thinks that before you marry a man, you must see his penis. You must see it, you must hold it, you must feel it, and make sure it's working. Why are you being like uncomfortable like that?
Not this uncomfortable person, and I'm the Right, so let me start with Kojo. What do you make of this story? Do you think it's right? Do you agree? First of all, do you agree with what the woman of God said?
Well, from context, right? I think that she said hold it, feel it, but you should be creative about it.
Yeah.
No, at times, right? You shouldn't just go and say, oh, baby, let me touch your penis and see if it's penis. Okay, yes, let me touch your penis and see if it's working. Or maybe we
This is
Bola, okay. So maybe you guys are playing jokingly and just hit it. Oh,
okay, that's not creative.
No,
No,
let's say a hard way, but we're feeling some way.
Okay,
you understand?
okay.
Let's say, oh, you go then, no.
We are bad, boy.
But some people, we ask guys, to feel like maybe your woman gets bust or something, and you won't say, or they argue from behind that you feel it. Some will feel with she on this one, I'm giving keys out there.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, if you find a creative way to find out if it is your size or something that you can get used to. What's our kind challenge or keyword that you know it?
Wait. Oh, but some is just big, but she said feel it.
Yeah, but that's
she's just trying to say like
there are ways of feeling it. Like maybe, I mean, guys are guys. Like once you guys are playing or guys are calling or
and
something.
she also said to make sure if it's working. So how do you know if it's working by just touching it?
And that one it has to go to the other level to know that it's working because people get erection without not firing, right? Yeah.
Okay.
So it means that you have to go to the extent of having sex to see if it's really working. And I know most churches are against premarital sex.
Yeah.
Because
not most churches, all
churches, yes. But she's a reverend minister too, and she's saying that. So that's what I'm saying. Some churches or most churches do not agree to that. But to some extent, it goes further to take away certain things that bring in divorce these days. As like, oh, okay, I got a shock of my life when I married my husband. And realized I was working or was overworking or was too working too much.
Overworking.
Like the story you covered last week.
Yes.
The husband who doesn't ask for permission before doing everything he has to do. So I was thinking that maybe there can be a little bit of education on it as to like how we can tackle this particular issue without we going to premarital sex or something like that. Yeah.
Jonathan, what do you make of this story?
For me, I would say we live in the modern world. You understand? So whenever I talk in issues like this, I always bring the fact that we live in the modern world, 2024, to find out if the husband can it's really working. There are tests. You can go for fertility tests. They do it for the women and do it for the guys too. You understand? You can do that. But right now, these days, Me, I'm telling you, definitely find out if it's small or big before you guys get into marriage.
You do it.
You will find out eventually.
How would you?
Unless I'm sure she's a bit older, right? The lady speaking.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's talking from what someone has told her, or she's talking from her own experience.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? If she's talking from her own experience, then I would say it was because it was back then. But these days, you see, before you get in a relationship with someone, you definitely sleep over and something. So you definitely get to see, or at some point, you guys will cuddle.
Yeah.
You will definitely feel, you guys will play. You understand? So what I'm saying is, you definitely find out. And unless you want to find out more, how long?
So if we are talking about fertility, it's like, can the person impregnate
Yeah.
you? And all
That's the
that?
part I was looking at.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, you know, just by going over and sleeping over, I don't think it really.
That's what I'm saying. I think before you get married, you do the fertility test,
Yeah, you do all of
right?
that.
So I'm sure. So if you are concerned about your husband not impregnating, then unless you guys didn't do the test, but if you do the test, you would know that he can or he can't.
But look, it looks like from this woman's angle, she's talking about having sex to actually, you know, ascertain whether it's the person is fertile or not. What do you make of that? Do you think it's right to, you know, because our Bible speaks against. I am a very staunch Christian.
Yeah.
Our Bible speaks a bit against premarital sex.
Yeah.
So how do I know that my wife, you know, is fertile? Because people have gone for this fertility test and people even forge it. You go to hospitals and they forge
very
all of
true,
that.
very
so
true.
is it that we go in, we don't do at all, we get married and then
we see the shock of our life.
Yeah, we see the shock of our life.
even with that, yeah, I will still come back to technology or the modern world these days. Even if your wife cannot impregnate you or the husband can't, there are ways.
Yeah.
Even if she's like
this
not really
insemination, I love that.
it still goes natural. You still give her the natural way. Right now, if you want to give birth to quadruplets, it can be done. Twins, it can be done. So unless you are like focusing on pleasure,
I think that's what she's coming.
if it's just pleasure there, then what
she's
she's saying she makes. But if it's about like if you can give birth or you understand that one, it's really not a problem these days.
But I want to know your stance. If you are,
Well, I agree with her. You know me, I'll agree with her.
You agree that you are supposed
me, you know.
So wait, you agree that you're supposed to do it and you know check if maybe for the hours or minutes there, because some people have, you know, longer. They are. It takes long for them to.
You see, it also depends on who you are with. Some people don't like for it to be like very long. You understand?
Like
so it all depends on who you are with, so that you guys know how compatible you guys can be. You understand? Because my boss at my office told me that Ivorian girls don't like men that keep long. Ivorian girls. If you keep long in bed, then that's when you know wake up. They don't like that thing. That's what you told me. They don't like you. Not see it.
There's some thing for 1 minute, man. So they
can. So there is hope. So there is hope. Yeah.
Say that again.
There's just 1 minute.
Look for an Ivorian girl. Don't worry, she's there for you. So
some Ivorian girls.
Some
no
Ivorian.
trouble.
Yeah. Some.
Wait, so you are, you know, for you think you should test it back. Kojo, what do you think about it?
To be careful. I have to be careful of what I say. But the thing is that from the woman's perspective, it looks like she's a counselor or something, and she has had cases where women come like, oh, my husband is not what I thought he is, so I have to cheat on him, and then it leads to something else. I think sometimes there are exceptions, and then there are some part of rules that can be broken a bit to get what we want. And sometimes, let me put it this way. The reason why premarital sex, to me, is not advised in the Christian kingdom is that perhaps I'm going out with Ajua, and then, we have this perception that we're going to get married. So we engage in sex, we enjoy ourselves, and then something happens and we break up. That means Ajua is gone, right?
Yeah.
Another person comes, Ikea comes in, Ikea is very good, excuse me, but Ikea is not like Ajua and like in terms of sex and everything, so I begin to compare. Meanwhile, IKEA coming in has also gone to Charlie. So it looks like your body count, that's what is going on now. Like it's all over the place, and it also brings another kind of issue because maybe she's taking 6 inches, she's counting 4 inches, so she begins to do this. Is it good for me or not? So sometimes we advise that we both stay away, abstain from it, so that when we meet, this is what we are used to. But if you're going to taste like 6 inches before you got me 3 inches, you're not coming to adjust to the thing, like your mind. So it's best to abstain. But I dare we did be done. That is what I would say. But the thing is, if you can just stay away.
Hey, could you buy? He's giving bar.
I don't want to go in.
I dare we did be done. I dare we did be done.
What is the better?
They be a fufu better. I know somebody in my office said they be every day. It's very hard to fufu. I was the same with that. Monday fufu, Tuesday fufu. Hey, it looks like. But there was this story that I also heard. I think somebody said it in my office or something like that. Or saying a colleague they got married. Apparently the guy is a Muslim. I think both of them are Muslims. So, you know, their religion allows them to marry, you know, have multiple women or something like that. So he got married to the lady, and then anytime they wanted to have sex, the lady cries a lot. Like super, like that kind of thing. She had that pain. So the gentleman didn't, you know, want to break up with the lady, but it's happened for 2 years, and you cannot, as a married, you know, you are couples, like you can't do without sex. How do you, you know, give birth? So there was one day that the gentleman came home and the lady had packed her stuff and left. And when he followed up and went to the hometown of this lady, the family said yes, waba. He was saved. And then later he got to find out, say, some years back or whatever, in the lady's previous relationship, she did something with another guy, which, you know, the relationship didn't end so well. And so spiritually, the guy locked the lady's whatever. So until that thing is broken, whenever such a person is, you get it. But people are also arguing that there was somebody that argued that if they had done it before they got married, he would have found out and not got married to her. What about that argument?
I think that
I
don't want to say this.
I don't think it's bad they found out when they got married.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still, like you said, like you rightly said, there's still a scientific way of getting married. You can still take sperms, the man's sperms, and then the eggs, and then still fertilize it in somebody, or they can incubate and I don't know this shit. Whatever it is, and then you still have your baby. You know, but in our generation, do you think people are really, you know, people always, is it that they want to try, or what is it?
It's not about trying. I mean, with this issue, for instance, like sometimes I don't want to say this, but I have to. It looks like the unbelievers, as we say, enjoy marriage than we, the Christians. This is because they don't care about who they sleep with or what they've done in their previous lives and all those things. Because Charlie, whilst we're dating, they've enjoyed the sex, they've enjoyed each other's company. But when on TikTok, Christian TikTok, we are going on a Bible reading date, and they go on picnic, they put the carpets, they sit down and eat, and they don't ask the questions they want to ask. Like, hey, how's your past like? How's your sex life like? Or what do you enjoy? Do you enjoy more cuddling? Do you enjoy more romance before play, before sex, or something? We don't ask all those questions because I'm scared of being tagged as a bad boy or a bad girl. Oh, me, I like it this way, I like it this way, I like that way. So with this one like this, if they were maybe practice sex, or maybe they had sex before getting married, obviously you would have found out that, okay, fine, what's making my girl cry every time we have sex? She have confessed that, okay, my ex-boyfriend did this and that, and then that's the reason why you're supposed to do this. And it also comes to parents and society, how we treat this kind of issue. Because if the girl had a very good relationship with the mother, she would have obviously opened up to the mother that, hey, my ex-boyfriend did this thing to me, so once we did that, this is what happens. Up to now, I cannot have sexual conversation with my mother, or like tell her about my
Yes,
sex
I
life.
think,
Yes.
yeah.
So even if it has to have an issue with me, okay, this is the reason why. What my dad can't remember last time we had.
You can't, I mean,
you mean
we
that's
have
setting.
Bonnie,
Yeah.
In my
we have
house,
to
I'm a
have sex
pastor.
and all
You
of
get
that,
it
yeah.
because I'm going to church.
Oh,
church
BI
class.
or something with the fee.
You get it.
This boy, his mother thinks he's a virgin.
What do you
Why
mean
do you
think?
not-
What do you mean think? What do you
She's a virgin, please.
I know
The
they're a
member
virgin.
court is
Ah.
a virgin.
So like I was saying, like we need to have such conversations with our daughters if parents are watching. I mean, ask her how she, because she's 25, she's 23, 24.
Yeah.
Obviously, she's active, but she can't come to you to say, I went to a Pentecost school, I don't want to go to that side, because I realized that most of them want to experience things. Most of them want to talk about things.
But the conversation about it
Exactly.
is-
And when I was in Pentecost University, people come to me and tag me because I talk about everything. I say that it is. But they come to me and I tell them one or two things. And then they're like, oh, so this is how it's like this. How You see, because where they are from, this is a disclaimer, please don't.
Yeah.
But where they are from, maybe they don't have that kind of conversation.
It's forbidden, like it's too, yeah.
Exactly. So I'm sure this particular issue like this, maybe the parents are coming to talk to her about her sex life and all those things. Should have come out and tell her, this is what I'm going through. But she has to keep it a secret and then she has to find it the wrong way or the hard way.
Jonathan, you think, what do you really think about this?
I feel like the lady didn't try. At least she could have. Okay, I want to ask the first question. Did she know like this is what the ex-boyfriend did to her before he married the boy?
Okay, that I don't know.
That you don't know. Okay. If she didn't know, then fine. But if in the end, I'm sure she
In
knew.
the sense that the fact that she left
Yeah.
meant
So
knew
she should
something.
she should have
Yeah.
told the guy.
Yeah, I think she should
But
have.
maybe she didn't want to lose this, but maybe this guy.
But you
And
have
you
lost
left.
him in the end.
You
She
left,
still
and he
lost
still came back to
because
find out.
why you left, and that was when.
But then we all do make mistakes, so I just hope they've been able to resolve the issue. But I feel like she should have told. You see, that's why I'm like, when you're with someone, and you feel like this is the person you want to be, try and talk to the person every time. Be there for the
Oh,
person.
there are some things I can't say. Oh, that's like maybe my past life. Maybe you get to know my body count. You might not want to.
But then you see, you were like, people go on like dates, Bible dates, but they're supposed to be asking the right questions. I feel like if they were asking the right questions or being genuine with themselves, I just feel like these days we are not genuine with ourselves. So
You see,
I'd
I
advise
really
everyone
think
should.
It's about body count.
Yeah.
Because finding out the body counts wouldn't do anything to you. But I think the experience, okay, how did it end with this person? Okay, so you've had, maybe I am a virgin, I've not done it before, and then maybe the girl I'm going to marry has, explored. And I'm asking, okay, so how do you want me to do it? I haven't done it. So if we get married and so and so, okay, so I know this is how the person does it. That kind of conversation, but not about, your body count.
But you see, when you're genuine with someone, you could even be talking about something you wouldn't even realize. It just. So I just feel like just try and be very comfortable with your partner.
She wasn't honest.
No, she wasn't.
So she caused them married. Maybe it's about that I wasn't asking the questions.
Well, that vacuum and those questions.
But you know how women are when they're emotional. You said the girl was like crying always.
Yeah.
The best the guy could have done, because I'm sure the guy was asking the questions.
No, but for 2 years, bro, like.
But the guy was always asking,
Sex is supposed to be enjoyable, as you say. But if I have sex with you and you are crying, I should ask you, baby, was it my size or was it?
So you're saying he wasn't asking?
Yeah, maybe probably wasn't asking.
Oh, come on.
I'm
Who
very
say
sure
my
he
wife? He
asked.
asked.
2 years,
Your wife.
If she
your
asked
wife.
for 2 years, obviously she would come to the hotel and tell the truth.
Oh, kind of. Rebecca said maybe
He would definitely ask.
Maybe the guy felt because he's a Muslim and he could have also gone for somebody else, but he still
with
by-
you.
No, maybe the tears.
He asked.
What the lady told the guy, wasn't maybe the truth, or maybe he felt okay.
So
I
she's
feel
been
like
lying.
actually,
She's been
maybe
telling
this
lies
is
for a
what
long
it is.
time.
Yeah.
So maybe we are working on it or something. It could be something clinical. Rebecca said we're clinical. They've gone to the hospital and then maybe they are working on it, but probably it could be.
You see, sometimes you don't have to say it's like, if you don't want to say the whole thing, but try and find something that would be like, get a person to get a clue. But I'm sure she was just silent. She wasn't giving the guy any clues that this was a problem. You
In
understand?
this case, I believe the girl's mother because I know girls talk to their mom.
Yeah,
So
true,
maybe
true,
obviously she would have gone to the mom.
And the way the lady went home, they accepted her to stay and like.
Probably they knew
so-
something.
Yeah, in my house, they're best swallowed in one bag. So like that's it for this particular story.
Yeah.
Well, I am a Christian, so I believe like it is a no. You are not supposed to do it
No.
Before you get married, I mean.
I still hold on.
Hey, elder. This thing you are saying.
That would
strawberry da. So I don't know how strawberry tastes like.
Yeah.
So there's no way I'll crave for strawberry.
Okay.
Yes.
But with the vanilla that they are all the time.
Hey, vanilla tastes like, is it still the same?
So now let's talk about this. I'm sure most of you have seen this. There's a very tall list on social media. Like it's been months. This thing last year, I saw it somewhere last year, of a purported list from I don't know the Scholarship Secretariat.
Yeah.
List that includes names of ministers. It has names of these are ministers, big people, rich daughters of rich men,
former
IGPs, and all that on the list of scholarships that were supposed to be given to the poor and needy. But now these people are taking up that. One I saw was our very own former she's still current MP for Domi Kwabenya. I saw from Adjoa Safo's name on the list.
Scholarship.
Yeah.
Her children.
Oh, her children.
Her children are on the list.
Yes, the list I saw allegedly. Like I mean, if it's not that, then that is yes. But the list I saw, it is. I'm very sure we'll find the list and then put it on there because why should scholarship that? Because I have a friend that said she applied for this scholarship and she was told for 2 years you hear from us. Until now she has never heard from Scholarship Secretariat. But this person I knew was being first class, or she wants to just go and read her masters, and genuinely she needs it because but these are big men and people that are supposed to be helping us, they are paying tax and it's going to them. What do you make of this?
Well, I think this issue, so to get to a point, I'm sure that it's at a point they will even require party card before they will give you the scholarship because it's something that has been going on for some time. And this is Ghana. We talk about this thing for a week and then we forget about it. And the same people will continue to. So when we get to a point, I don't really want to talk about these things going on in our society. We all know they are corrupt. We all know that this thing is going on. But what is going to change after we're talking about it? That's my point of view, that it changes nothing because every day, I think I've seen 2 posts on Manasi Azuri asking for help for a child that is so brilliant, passes WASI, and then people have to contribute, society has to contribute money for us to fund this education. Meanwhile, there's this Scholarship Secretariat that I got to know about this thing, I think last year, when I also wanted something like that. Also, they have to go through a process. Sometimes you have to pay some money, that 5K or 6,000 pounds or something before you can get a scholarship.
For scholarship, now what's that 5K will be a for scholarship.
So that is what we need to address. That's what we properly need to address in this country. That certain things are there, Charlie. We've seen these people on the list. Let's take them out. Just today, let the Scholarship Secretary come and tell us that these people are on the list. We are taking them off it because they already have money. But then the other thing is that what shows that this person has money? Me sitting here right now, I'm using iPhone 30 Pro Max. Maybe I have iWatch. Someone will think, oh, maybe this guy is rich or this guy has money. But me, I'm not. You understand? So you can't say because they are ministers. I know people are going to bash me on this, but it's the truth. Maybe a minister, but like you know, this casa. You understand? Yeah. So maybe we just need to investigate it well.
What do you mean by a minister about this casa?
You know, I'm just saying that maybe because you are seeing. Look how you are dressed nicely. Somebody will see you, Richie, Charlie, you are looking like me.
No.
How would I believe you? How would I believe you? So maybe that's why maybe Adjoa Safo, if her name is on the list, or her children's name is on the list, maybe she's Adjoa Safo, but maybe she's broke. I think last time Donald Trump signed for bankruptcy or something like that, and he's broke.
I know bankruptcy is when you what's the word? It's that bankruptcy thing. It doesn't mean say like you are broke, like walk or down
or bankruptcy.
There was the special prosecutor even filed. Was it a petition? I have it here. It says the office of the special prosecutor commenced investigation into suspected corruption and corruption-related offences at the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat.
You understand? And the food for more 100 cities, 200 cities now. They'll come on Facebook and insult you and bash you for like Charlie, we all voted for NPP. One of us is our part of TESCON. Charlie, we voted for NPP. We did a massive campaign for NPP. I didn't get anything. Scholarship me. NSS plays a main navy. All those things are what they are using to entice the youth to vote for them. And that's what most people will go and vote for these political parties.
Without thinking about
maybe NSS placement, I'll get to a nice place. After NSS, they'll retain
all be lies.
All be lies. And it's true. And that's what they're using to get some of them to follow them. Yeah. So if those things are clear, because why should I have a party card before I get to enjoy certain things?
It doesn't even make sense.
You understand?
Doesn't make sense.
You go through this thing, you realize that some people on the list had party cards. That's why they're able to get access to the scholarship. But you and I that we don't have party cards, they should do a background check of everybody. And it still comes back to the fact that we don't have a proper structure. Yeah. Like the way the Western countries have that, we know how much this person is earning, where this person is coming from.
You know the average income, like this one takes this.
Because I can tell people have different birth certificates for everything.
I swear.
Or apply for national service, fire service or websites, or apply for passport or websites, or apply visa or different websites that they use. So I think all these things need to be checked, and then we can do justice to this list that we are seeing now.
Jonathan, your final word.
So I would say the investigation that they want to carry on, it's very good. So I just hope something good will come out of it. And I just hope the people that have been placed there will come out and give us good reasons why. Because you can't say that because they are rich, they can't be there. They probably have valid reasons. So let's see how this ends up. But I think...
But now you're rich, how prepared was scholarships again? Okay, well, that's okay.
But you understand. So let's see.
Okay.
What they have to say.
You think there has to be an investigation, and then the people doing the investigation have to, do it well, so that they don't just give it to anybody. We cannot presidents alleged like if.
But now, can
sorry, right now maybe a tea party at home.
Are they going to Harvard or maybe just one of the small?
A bit more call Harvard, a bit more call.
Maybe they'll come back and then help us do our